Argonaut Podcast, where I, Colm Lawlor, will be watching things with these idiots. And other people, but you'll be the main two. Nathan wants to watch Star Trek with me, which is going to take a while. But today, because it's the first episode, we're watching a movie instead, and we're watching Paprika, which I've seen, I was trying to count earlier, I think I've seen it 15 times.
Not as many as you've seen Space Jam.
Well, I've seen Space Jam about 120 times, so I lost count at 120. That's completely true, by the way. I used to watch it every week when I was a kid. I was thinking about watching Space Jam for this.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Do you have it on DVD?
Oh boy, do I ever.
Okay.
But I kind of want it to be a consistent thing where one of us has seen it and one of us hasn't seen it, at least. So I've seen this, you two haven't.
Yeah.
And you know very little about it.
Not a damn thing.
It's a spice.
Yeah, it is a spice.
I think you've mentioned it. I haven't paid attention.
Yeah.
It's on these.
I would imagine it probably is, yeah. Oh, this is Hazel and this is Martin. I didn't say your names. Yeah. Wait, there are like 3 spice jokes in this. Because it's not a long movie, but I was waiting the whole movie for someone to mention it, and then they all happened within like 5 minutes of each other. I was like, anyway, still my favorite movie of all time, which says a lot. Yeah, it's a very strange psychedelic anime movie about dreams, which heavily influenced Inception.
All I'll say to that, fucking Christopher Nolan, cheap ass motherfucker.
There's like there are like posts on Tumblr of like side by side screenshots of the movie, and it's mostly just a theme thing. Because I rewatched Inception recently, it's not that similar to it, but there are certain shots that are like completely cribbed from it. Yeah. Anyway, let's watch it.
So that was a fucking thing.
Wow, what did you think? Yeah, so we just watched Paprika. That was the thing that happened. Because I've seen it so many times now, I always...
Forget how weird it is?
No, how could I fucking forget? No, when I show it to other people, I spend a lot of time just like, what do they think of that? You know? Oh, there's the weird part. Oh, there's the part with the tree.
What do you mean there's the weird part? All of it's the weird part.
I'm sorry, the hand!
That was how I described it to Adrian when I recommended it to him. I went... He was like, I don't want you to explain the context of that, I just want to watch it. And then when he watched it, he was like...
He peeled her.
Yeah, he peeled her. Like a grape.
That's not how you peel grapes.
So every time I watch it, I've noticed this too. I always notice something new.
Yeah.
Which says a lot about the depth of it. It's generally small things now. The thing I noticed this time was when he talks about the number 17. And you know, the clock ticks to 17.
Yeah.
But earlier in the lift, when they go to the floor he doesn't want to go to, and every number changes to 17.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was also 17. I knew it was all the same number, but it just didn't click in my head that there was also a 17 thing. It's a great shot though. I don't want to go there ever. Ding!
Isn't everyone talking
Too
about
bad,
number
motherfucker.
17?
There are words out there. far out
Okay.
there.
My grasp of the English language is not strong enough to describe this Japanime.
Okay, so does anyone want to read my notes?
The first one is it's a spice. She said, "What's with the dream or the clown consciousness, as in the circus?" I assume you mean.
Yeah, no, it's that he talked to one clown and then he talked to a mask of that clown and he was
Yeah. Don't worry about it. That was supposed to be pretty good in his dream.
You were supposed to read it out
You
loud.
read that. I'm not.
Your brain is still recovering.
It's like watching the theatrical version of Donnie Darko all over again.
What?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Watch the director's cut.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. They at least explain it. It takes away some of the mystery, but at least it fucking makes sense. Internal sense, at least. It is still a movie about time travel.
What?
Don't worry about it.
What is?
Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko's about time travel?
Yes.
I thought he had an imaginary friend who's telling him to kill people.
Through time travel.
Well, it's like this. This is a movie about dreams. That's a very basic description of it.
It's about not writing a script while on LSD.
It was based on a book, so maybe don't write a book on LSD.
That was not LSD he wrote that on.
Well, no, it wasn't only LSD he wrote that on.
Oh, no, he needed something stronger.
No, he wrote that during a flashback.
No.
From doing LSD 30 years ago.
No, that was about 3 weeks worth of DMT.
What?
Christ.
What's DMT?
That was ketamine.
No, that's the chemical your brain produces to make you dream.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, where do we start with this movie? I kind of feel like when we're doing the TV shows, we can like do a kind of an episode by episode summary.
Mm.
Should we do a summary of this movie, or would that take too long?
Oh.
Should we talk about what we think?
Is it possible
We'll just sit on the couch and talk about our feelings.
Is it possible to summarize this movie?
I mean, I've watched it enough times that I know what the plot is.
There's a plot?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
There are many plots.
I know.
Yep.
So her imaginary friend becomes a computer ghost
No.
that inhabits people's dreams.
No, it's not Ghost in the Shell.
Wait,
It's
what?
a different movie.
Yeah, with Scarlett Johansson.
I know.
Get out. Get off my podcast. It's about a group of scientists who make a machine to go into people's dreams so that they can treat illnesses. And then the device gets stolen.
And
But it
then
was actually stolen by the chairman of the board they work for because he wants to be able to walk in his dreams, basically. And he wants to do this by using Osanai as his leg man.
And butt monkey.
Yes. Well, that too. Well, he can't use his dick. For one thing, he doesn't have one in his dreams, apparently.
Hmm.
For another, in the real world, he also cannot do that.
How do you know? You can't just assume everyone who's in a wheelchair has no phone.
Well, he's clearly paralyzed from the waist down, though. Like, he was crawling in the other part. When Osanai fell out of the bed.
Well, into the rug.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said into the bed.
No, out of the bed. He already fell into the bed.
Why did her imaginary friend come to life?
Well, it's not her. No, it's not her imaginary friend. It's
How she perceived herself in her dream.
yeah, it's her dream projection, and so it's sort of like a manic pixie dream girl version
But
of her.
why is her dream projection in everything?
What do you mean?
Why is it just in the DC Mini?
It isn't in it
It's...
Why can it go into everyone's dreams?
because all the dreams were merging. That's the whole fucking point.
No, but it did it before that.
But that's because she's one of the scientists. She was able to go into like she went into Konakawa's dream at the start because they were like testing it out, right?
So why did he?
But when all the merges, when all the dreams merge, not all the merges.
How did your man recommend an imaginary friend to your man?
No. So when Paprika appeared to Konakawa after he woke up, because he had used the DC Mini, she's now able to affect his dreams, right?
Even when he's away.
Exactly. So that was Shiba in the room with him, as seen when it shows her driving back and she turns back into Shiba. She was just making herself look like Paprika.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a strange movie.
There's a lot of us talking over each other.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's how podcasts work.
Usually.
Yeah.
Unless it's a Joe Rogan one.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, every night.
No. Just no.
And now I'm gonna get sued by Diaz, I guess. We're making a podcast about Paprika and we're making UFC jokes.
Well, if there was ever a film.
Okay, fair, yeah. It's pretty easy to get off the rails with this one.
There were no rails.
It has.
The rails are alive.
I think one thing I will have to do when I'm editing this is the peaking volume.
Mm.
The hills are alive. With the sound of Martin Purcell.
I don't know how I feel about that movie, but I feel like I need a hug after watching it.
Well, I mean, I'm currently sitting in between you and your boyfriend, so.
No, I just mean in general.
It's okay, Martin. The bad movie can't touch you anymore.
I can't reach her.
Why is her name Paprika?
Because she's spicy. That's literally the point. Like, her name is a pun because she's like,
No, but who
this
knows?
is the feisty version of me, so let's call her Paprika.
But Paprika's a relatively mellow spice.
That's how bland the bitch is.
I mean, yeah, she is quite I wouldn't say cold. Well, she's pretty cold, given how she treats Takeda at the end. It's not what's on the outside that counts, but you certainly do have a lot on the outside.
Oh. Dum-dum.
Miami Vice at one point.
Lights out. So good. It's because Kevin likes movies and he's a cop. It's kind of like I can imagine there are a lot of cops out there who like
Cop movies.
Yeah. I'm just imagining like a cop running after someone and hearing like
Diddle it, now.
yeah.
That was Shaft.
I believe you. It didn't sound like Shaft.
It was meant.
Like I said, there are words that are out there, but
Anything like in particular you liked, disliked?
Well,
Will comment on?
I liked most, but it was just strange.
Yeah.
Like I'd need a few watchings just to
see, because I've seen it lots of times, but the first 3 times were on my own. The rest of the times were when I showed people. Because the first time I watched it, I was like, "This is great. I need to see it again." I watched it again, and then the third time I watched it with commentary. So that was.
So it's just.
Does it make any more sense the more you watch it?
Well, like I said, I notice something every time.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's just.
It has a through line. Like it's not random events.
It's just odd.
Yeah, and the ending is kind of ambiguous.
I got nothing for you here.
Yeah.
I'm flat out useless right now. My brain's fried.
My thoughts while watching it were, what's with the clown consciousness? The fuck? I would not watch this high. So she's a dream how. And 25 minutes in, I decided she was either computer program bint or a dream how. And then why? And
Yeah.
Just, I think that just sums up the movie perfectly. Just,
Yeah.
The
The bartenders are more computer program dream
Well, they're in
things.
the internet.
Yeah, they're in the internet.
Or what are they, the internet?
I'm in. they are the internet.
Where'd they get the banner?
That's what you're worried about? That's what you're wondering? Where did they get the banner? No, that's the biggest inconsistency. That broke my suspension of disbelief.
Not where did your man fall out the fucking sky?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Himuro. Presumably he jumped from on top of the gate or something? I'm not entirely sure.
No, he came flying down.
Oh yeah, he was going fast.
He was on the...
Ferris wheel?
Yeah.
Well, possibly, yeah. That makes sense, I guess.
Then how the fuck did he survive?
I don't know. I mean, the chief jumped out a 5th-story window at the start as well.
Yeah, and hit a tree.
Yeah, true.
This guy went through glass
In
plate.
slow motion.
This guy went through glass plate.
Yep, and bounced.
On concrete.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it takes itself mostly seriously. There are some funny scenes, like, a murder mystery and his eyes get bigger or whatever. But, like, there are, like, lots of serious
How would
moments
you
where
know?
their facial expressions are really funny. Just when he bounces, Himuro's face is like...
How would you notice if anyone's eyes got bigger? They're all bug-eyed to begin with.
There's a part where he's wearing the goggles. And he, like, zooms in. He's like, a murder mystery? Best scene. And then...
That's just what his boss looks like.
Yeah, well, it's a very intense movie. There's a lot of people looking at each other very intensely. I think only...
So because it's an intense movie, it's bug-eyed.
No, I'm saying that they give a lot of intense looks.
The only one who doesn't have gigantic eyes is the detective.
Yeah.
He's just like...
He mostly just kind of looks like annoyed most of the time.
He kind of
Or stressed. Like the part where he has a heart attack.
He kind of looks like the editor from Spider-Man.
J. Jonah Jameson. I need pictures of Paprika. Yeah, that scans. That scans.
That was my first thought watching it.
Where's Paprika? He's a bit more jovial, though, than J. Jonah Jameson.
I don't know. We don't know him in his personal life.
Jonah or Konakawa?
Jonah.
Jonah Cow.
We're leaving this in. I need pictures of Paprika stat. Peter Paprika.
Stop.
Wait, so do you think he's asking
Atsuko?
Atsuko for pictures
Yeah.
of Paprika?
Because it's the alter ego. Yeah. But she can't take pictures because it's her dream self.
What kind of pictures is he looking for?
I don't know, Photoshop?
One of those one thing.
It's the noise.
Yeah.
It's the...
Oh God.
I think whoever wrote that book needs a hug.
It's the same person who wrote the book The Girl Who Left Her Time.
Of course it fucking is.
Yeah.
Woof.
Is he okay?
Him? He'll never be okay again.
I mean, the writer.
No.
I have no idea. I really need to read the book of Paprika. It seems like it'd be interesting. Interesting being the operative word. The cover is a woman with strawberries pouring out of her mouth.
Yeah, I just have this image of you in a room in a padded cell, carving fucking.
Are we awake? Or is this still the dream?
Yeah, repeatedly.
Yeah, just quotes from Paprika all over the walls.
No.
No more anger, our world is happy and mundane. If there's no flower, there'll never be fruit.
Yeah,
That's what they say when they take pictures
yeah,
of the skirts,
I
yeah.
know, I know. That.
Again, that's supposed to be the director's commentary on grooming.
How's it grooming?
I don't fucking know. Japan.
I mean, it's perving. I don't.
Yeah, Cohen's a weird
And
guy.
they're in uniform, like
Yeah.
school uniforms. Right?
His other movies are weird, but for different reasons.
How many other reasons can you come up with?
Well, they're not about dreams, is what I'm saying. They're still his style is very visual and has a lot of like blending reality,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's that kind of thing. But then the only one that isn't like that is Tokyo Godfathers, which is about, I told you about this when I watched it, 3 homeless people who find a baby in a dumpster. And it's like it's a completely realistic movie in that nothing like weird or reality blending happens, but it's still
Oh, so
like it's kind of a madcap comedy sort of
as
thing.
in they're literal godfathers to the.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay.
You'd think with the name was a mafia movie, and
Yeah.
I did too when I watched it. And I was like, oh no, this is just about 3
So
homeless
it's
people.
3 men and three
Well,
men and a baby.
no, it's an old guy, a trans woman, and a young girl.
So 3 men and a baby. Tom Selleck's the old guy. Ted Danson's the trans woman. And
Steve Guttenberg.
Steve Guttenberg is the little girl.
It just sounds like it's a bit like Grave of the Fireflies.
You.
Ooh.
We should watch Ghibli movies for this as well.
Yes,
God.
which is not Grave of the Fireflies. I can't go through it again.
Yeah. Great movie. Ugh. I hope to never watch it again. It's like when you're in a hospital, it's like, we hope to never see you again. Yeah.
That's one thing I always hated with the Pokemon games.
Come
back soon.
Yeah.
You bitch.
What? At the Poké Center running a protection racket? If you don't come in, we're gonna bust your Gengar's kneecaps.
Fucking ghost? Of all things!
One of my favorite Pokemon. He was the first one to get in my mind,
He's
right?
the immaterial one with no
He's
kneecaps.
not a ghost, and he does have kneecaps. Gengar has kneecaps.
No, he doesn't.
Ghastly doesn't. Gengar
He has legs. It doesn't mean he has kneecaps.
He likely has.
But they're like curved. Well, actually.
Oh God.
I mean, I could start doing this about Paprika.
Yes, you could.
she's not actually a computer program. She's a subconscious dream projection of the main character.
Is there anything more we can really say about it?
Unless we showed it to the world. No.
I mean, it's not an unpopular movie. It's quite famous in people who watch anime circles. I was going to say weeaboo circles, which is pretty correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's generally regarded as one of the best anime movies.
Well, I wasn't
Because
expecting it to
Cohen's
be
work
like
is very well
Ponyo.
respected. Ponyo? What about it?
I was expecting it to be like Ponyo. I don't know. I thought Paprika would be like a Ponyo.
Just because it has a cutesy name doesn't mean it's gonna be cutesy. Grave of the Fireflies should have told you otherwise.
True story. The reason I discovered the movie is because when I was in Singapore, I was in like a Forbidden Planet equivalent, like a comic shop, and they had anime DVDs, and just the cover caught my eye because it's really colourful. I was like, oh, this looks cool. I wonder what it's like. And back in those days, the whole movie was on YouTube,
Oh.
and I watched the whole thing, and I was like, I literally don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that. Christ, because the specific box I saw mentioned Inception, because it was shortly after Inception came out. Inception was influenced by that, and I was like, I like Inception. I like this. I did. I think it's a better movie than Inception in pretty much every way, but
It's
Oh.
Does Inception have a rape scene?
No.
it's
Like I said, they have a connected idea for a plot. It's about people who have machines that can go into people's dreams. Apart from that, there's only visual references.
it's akin to the Matrix being inspired by Ghost in the Shell.
I was going to say the Bible, but sure.
Yeah, but
Literally the Wachowski brothers went up to the studio executive, showed them Ghost in the Shell and said, we want to do this in real life. That was how they made the Matrix.
and
They're
every
no
other
longer
film.
the Wachowski brothers.
Oh, the Wachowski sisters.
Sisters.
Yeah.
Well, at the time,
No, yeah.
They're sisters.
Yeah. They were the Wachowski brothers.
About-
the Wachowskis.
about fucking time, I have to say, because frankly, the Wachowski siblings sounds like ass.
Yeah. Well, back when it was brother and sister, they were just called the Wachowskis.
Yeah.
So that worked.
Yeah. It's still better with the second.
It would
Yeah,
have
yeah.
been better as Wazowskis.
The Mike Wazowski.
I hate you both. Yeah, we continuously go off topic.
Yeah.
But not even interestingly.
Well, some of it is.
Yeah, some of it.
We might get
We did start thinking Flash.
like 15 minutes of like
Yeah.
good stuff, and then the rest of it's
There
bloopers.
is usable content. Let's put it that way.
Just about.
Yeah, it's workable. We'll fix
You
it in
may
post.
have to animate it all just so it doesn't look glitchy as fuck.
That's fine.
He's surprisingly not grumpy.
Nah.
No, I think he's just tired,
Yeah.
like of the world.
No, that
I don't think sleeping is going to help you though.
No,
No, I
that,
think
after
you're gonna
that-
have nightmares.
no
Yeah.
that film just drained me.
Yeah, that's fair. Like it's only 87 minutes long.
And
Feels like so long.
Yeah.
I can only describe it based on LA Confidential, the book. I told
Okay.
you how
Yeah.
reading, there's like a 3-page chapter. I read it, all 3 pages, and then had to put it down for like a week to process.
Yeah.
That's how much was just in 3 pages.
Yeah, that's about what this movie's
Yeah.
like. Yeah. 87 minutes. We paused it a few times for like bathroom breaks and stuff. It's just like, you kind of need that time to cool down. I remember when I watched it with Darren, I kept pausing and just be like, do you follow so far? Anything else that either of you want to say about it? It's a weird fucking movie, and you should all watch it.
I'm going to have nightmares.
Why was he hollow, like a beehive hollow?
It was the weirdest
You-
version of Totoro I've ever
You
seen.
mean when she discovers Himuro in the
Yeah,
dream?
yeah,
Well, it's supposed to be because,
He's a shell of himself?
quite literally, yeah, because he's being used by the chairman and Osanai. And so, because he doesn't have any power in the dream, he's hollow. Because he's essentially unconscious in the dream as well. If you get me.
Does he come back to life at the end? They don't actually show him.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, did you get the whole thing about how, because they were talking about how it was a disturbed patient's dream, but it's actually Osanai's dream. That with the parade.
yeah.
Yeah, Paprika says that at one point. It's Osanai's dream. And he's the crazy guy.
Why is he allowed to run the company?
Well, no, that's the chairman. Osanai is the lightman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, actually, there's an interesting thing that is never explicitly brought up. But you know the way when they're in Himuro's apartment and Osanai sees the magazine called Hard Boys, which implies a lot of things. Mainly that Himuro is gay, and that his obsession with Tokita is possibly like a gay rejection sort of thing. But if you look closely at the Hard Boys magazine, it's Osanai on the cover.
yeah, I kind of noticed that.
Yeah, so that implies some more things and some more daddy issues,
Shall we call it at that?
I suppose. Turns out that the camera only records for 20 minutes at a time, and I forgot to check the timer on the camera, so we lost the end of the podcast. But basically, we were pretty much said the same things. We kept getting off topic and repeating the same things over and over again. But yeah, that's the first episode. I promise the next episode will be better and more concentrated on what we're talking about, which next time will be the first few episodes of Daria, probably the first 4 or 5 episodes. We'll do less talking about Spider-Man and whether certain Pokemon have knees. But anyway, thanks for watching / listening. See you next time, I guess.